Okay, so Gaffer, after the defeat at home to Blackpool this afternoon, how do you react to that one first of all?
Very disappointed in the manner of the defeat. I feel since I've been manager of this football club, my team's reflected a hungerness, a desire, a commitment. And what you could see is from Blackpool, the way they played, it was pretty simple. They played forward balls, got two centre forwards running the channels, and they held it up well, and they caused our back four problems. And every time we played forward, I don't feel our ball retention was good enough. And then the players looked like they were lacking a bit of confidence, and that's the first time I could say that as a manager today. I have to make sure that I lead this group, make sure we have an unbelievable hunger and commitment, that we work hard this week, get back on the training ground to make sure we go into this Hartlepool game at least organised.
Can you put any of that down to the hangover of playing so many games in August? There was a lot of travelling, a lot of matches. You get to the end of it today. Was there a sense that it was just the end of that month is built up to this point?
I think for me it's important that you don't use any excuses. I'm not going to use any excuses. I never have done, I never will. I'll own up to if I've made mistakes. I think at times today it was easy to just play the ball to Tom Eaves and McLeod. And we weren't holding the ball up, and therefore the lack of options as far as getting into the final third were very limited. I thought we rushed passes too much, and it's important that players take responsibility, and I thought in a game like that today it was a perfect opportunity to take responsibility. I feel, when Ben Whitfield come on, he looked enthusiastic, he looked like he tried to play with a cleverness, a belief to be able to get on the ball. And if only we had 11 players do that.
Is it important now you've got a full week, there's no midweek fixtures, you've got a full 7 days now before you have to go again, you've got time to work on things now?
Yeah, we have, and it's important we do get on the training ground and we get on there quick and early, because I have to make sure that I'm the one that's responsible as a manager, that if my team play like that, I have to stand up and be counted for. And there's one thing that I will do as a manager of this football club, I'll stand up and be counted for.
We saw that last season, was obviously having to battle to avoid relegation. It's that kind of passion and hunger which will improve this season, isn't it? That hunger that you can see on the pitch.
I think I knew I had to crash through a new door this year. I knew it was going to be completely different than last year. The group of players that we got, I need to see where they want to be, and certainly the line that I was talking about last year. Do they want to be a mid-table team? Because everyone said, as far as the position that we were going to be in, it was going to be the same old Yeovil. But I have to make sure that they think different. They believe in a way that a winner believes. And I want them to play hungry, and I want them to play with desire and commitment. Because if they do that, they're going to be a lot closer to winning games than what they were today. And that was one thing that I've been disappointed about today, because I haven't had that as a manager. All of my teams and players have showed commitment, but unfortunately today, for whatever reason, which I've got to identify, and they've got to have a look at themselves as to why that performance was that bad.
Obviously things to improve on, but I suppose the key thing at this stage of the season is a win next Saturday boosts Yeovil straight back up the table. It's still at that point where a win takes you a long way up the table.
I think with it only being early on in the season, it gives these players to respond. I wanted that today, it never happened, but going into the Hartlepool game now, we have to make sure that we play with belief, we play with hunger and desire, because that's what my teams play with. And I'll be doing everything that I can this week on the training ground to make sure we're organised and we come back fighting.